This video is for YouTube user, I think her username at least is like Petrichor. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but in my mind it's Petrichor, and I don't think that's right, but this video is for her. She requested it, and it is about all of my piercings. A few days ago I got back from Warped Tour, and I didn't get overly tan, but I feel like when I get tan I start looking like an Oompa Loompa, which I do a little bit. I'm kind of dark. I'm just gonna go through all of my piercings. I'm not gonna try and separate them from like what I have now to what I've retired or taken out. I'm just gonna go from top to bottom and do them one by one like that. And I do have a lot of problems with piercings. Like, my body really doesn't like them, but I am totally adamant about it. So a lot of my piercings I've had done multiple times, and I have really terrible stories, or at least I think that they're terrible, behind them, but I'm not going to go into them. So here we go. Alright, let's start. So here I have my first hole, which I got done when I was... The first time I did it, I was in high school, and I was 14, and then I had to get them pierced 3 more times, so I had my first holes pierced 4 times total. It was a terrible mess. So when I was about 16, I did second hole and third hole myself at home, and what I did was I took like a Claire's earring with a sharp point and I just kind of shoved it through. The second hole was okay. The third hole I did the next day, and it was a mess. I don't really recommend piercing yourself, but when you're young, don't know any better, don't have any money, don't really care, am foolish, then go right ahead. So this fourth one I also had done twice, but this one I had done in my adulthood at a piercer's. So that's that. And I have here cartilage. I did this one myself again. It was not good, but thankfully nothing happened to it, so it's fine. And this one I had done at a piercer's, and I've had a lot of trouble with it, and if you can see, it still kind of has like that scar on it that just isn't going away, and I don't care. So I also had my tragus pierced, but I took it out because it wasn't settling even after about 5 years, and I just couldn't take it anymore, so there's that. On this side, my first hole again with this one was pierced 4 times total. I had here my second hole, which I also did myself twice, I believe, because it just wasn't working out the first time. And then I had a microdermal on my tragus here, which I had, it was alright, I didn't have that many problems with it, but one day like the top of it just came out through my skin, so I had to take it out. And I have my conch done right here, and this actually gave me 0 problems. A lot of people have horror stories about healing conch piercings, but mine literally took a year, which is the healing time, and then after that it was fine, and it's been fine ever since, and you know, whatever. I have my septum pierced. I got it pierced when I was 18 or 19, I can't really remember, but I rarely wear it out. I've probably worn it out maybe like 3 times in the 9 years that I've had it. It's always flipped up my nose, which is weird because people are like, why do you have it if it's not even showing? But honestly, it's because I don't have that much space between my nose and my lip. Like, if you look at it, like, it's not that big of a space. So when I wear it out, it touches the upstairs, the top of my lip, and it just annoys me, and I go like this all day to try and push it out, and it just falls back, and I just hate it. But I wear a staple in it right now. This is what the staple looks like in my nose, and I don't know, I just keep it in there. And this is what it looks like when it's out. So people think that it's like nose hair, and they're just like, oh, what's wrong with you? But there's that. I have rings that I put in when I want to wear it out, so I don't walk around looking like this, but alright, I have also had my lip pierced 2 times. That's the scar. I had a microdermal implant in my chest, same thing with the tragus up here. So you can kind of see it when I like smush my boobs together. Like there's a hole, sort of. I don't know if it's coming out on camera. I can't see it in the viewfinder, but it's there. And I had that done when the microdermal thing was still very new, so it was sort of way more expensive than it is nowadays, and it stayed in for about 5 years, and I really had terrible problems with it. But one day the top just came out of my skin, so I had to remove that. I actually did keep it with all of the blood and the skin still stuck on it, so if you want to see that, I will show it to you. But if you don't want to see it, then just fast forward about like 20 seconds, I guess, or something. I don't know. But here it is in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so I keep my microdermal pieces that I pulled out of my body in this condom container from the Gay Men's Health Crisis. So let's open it up. So inside you'll find 2 things wrapped in tissue and these 2 loose tops. One is a little star and the other one is a gemmy. So let's see. Alright, this is the one that came out of my ear. It came out super easy, but yeah, I totally just left it the way it was, and I think it's awesome, and people are just like, ew, that's gross, but that it being gross is what makes it so cool. But it's kind of stuck to the tissue, so I just leave it like that because of the blood and the skin that was on it. There's that one. It's not really that interesting, so whoop. This one is the one that came out of my chest. So since it was in there for 5 years, it was really hard to get out. And the skin had grown fully into the hole, so you can see right there that is a piece of skin that was stuck on there, and I did not remove it. And this is some of the blood that was on the piece when I took it out, and I just left it on there. It's like a museum, but these are like my pride and joys. I'm just like, hey guys, you want to see something cool? And then they're just like, that's disgusting. I'm not your friend anymore. So there's that. Awesome! So that was my 2 microdermals. It is really hot in my house, so I'm like sweating all of a sudden. But those are my 2 microdermals, here and here. And right now my last piercing is my navel piercing. So this one I had to get done twice. The first time it rejected and I waited, I took it out and I waited and I got it redone because when it rejected it was so ugly. But it's still sort of messed up looking, but I feel like it looks a lot better with jewelry in than out. Okay, this is my navel piercing. Like you can see sort of where it rejected, there's like this big ring around it because that's where the skin kind of like opened and was gross to try and push out the piercing, but it's whatever. But this is what my belly button looks like without the jewelry in. So as you can see, like there's the big scar from the rejecting of the first piercing, and then there's the hole from the second piercing, and I've had it for 7 years, so that's why the hole kind of looks like that, I guess. I don't know. But one of the people I dated in the past noticed that my belly button looks like a face, so it's really funny, I guess. And I mean, I have a good attitude about it, but like I always show people, I'm just like, look, this is like the best thing ever. And then I like go like this, and everybody has a good laugh, but hey, whatever. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you liked my really gross microdermals that I've kept through all this time when they're probably a biohazard and should be thrown away, and my belly button, which looks like a face, which I guess is fun when everyone's drunk and not in their right mind, or like 8 years old or something. So until next time, see you guys later. Bye!